I'm Luca Congedo and you're watching From JS to Remote Sensing. In this video tutorial we are going to use the semi-automatic classification plugin for the direct editing of raster, drawing polygons and using vector files. So here we are going to use the tool Edit Raster, here in the SCP menu. You can see here all the options of this tool. Particularly we can use edit value using raw polygons or edit value using a vector file. We can also define a conditional expression for the editing. Here we have also the edit toolbar, which is designed specifically for this purpose, for editing raster. So first we are going to load the Corine Land cover in the map. Here, this is a very large raster which is covering the entire Europe. Each value is a land cover class. We can see here the Corine Land cover legend. We have several classes and several levels of detail, and each raster value corresponds to one of these classes. So now for the raster editing we are going to use, for instance, this Sentinel-2 image as reference, but of course we could load also other reference maps. So here we can compare the land cover classification to the image. So we are going to update this land cover classification with this recent Sentinel-2 image. So first we need to set this Corine Land cover, this raster, as input band in the band set. Then in the edit raster, here we can click this button, we need to select the Corine Land cover raster as input raster. So we click the refresh button here. And now we can create a raw polygon, so drawing manually a polygon that will be then applied to the raster. Here we can see, for instance, we can compare the image and the classification, and when we see, for instance, an urban area that we can update in the map, we can draw a polygon. Next, we are going to set the raster value. Here in the edit toolbar we can change one of these values. We have three alternatives that we can change according to our needs. So for instance, in this case we are going to set the value 2, so we can click this button, enter. After we click, we can see that the raster values are changed. Now these pixels have value 2. We can also undo this operation. And now the pixel values are still the original values. In the tab Edit Raster, we can also use the Conditional Expression. Here, if we can check Use Expression. And then here in Expression we can set a conditional expression for the values of the raster. So, for instance, we can draw a very large polygon here. And then we are going to change only these pixels according to a conditional expression. So here in the Edit Raster tab we are going to change the pixel values according to this conditional expression. We can set here where raster equals 2 we can set, for instance, the value 1, and we can leave the original raster values otherwise. So if we click Run, you can see the color is changing because of the values. We can undo to see better. We can, of course, create also more complicated expressions. For instance, here I can copy and paste another conditional expression in the false statement. So for instance, we can set here where raster equals 20, we can set 21 otherwise, and we can leave the raster. And if we click Run, we can see the pixel values changing. Here I do it again. This is very rapid editing of a very large raster. So now we are going to edit raster using a vector. So we can load here the vector shapefile that I created for the tutorial. These are just sample polygons here. You can see the attribute tables. Each polygon has a class value that will be applied to the raster using the Edit Raster tool. So here, of course, we need to set the input, which is the Corine Land cover raster. Then we select Edit Values using a vector. We click Refresh and select the vector file. Then we can select the vector field, which contains the values, and then we click Run. And very quickly the values of the vector file are applied to the raster. Here we can see all the polygons were applied to the raster very quickly. So this is a very handy tool for editing raster. It's a very large land cover classification of the entire Europe, so it's a very large raster. So this was the direct editing of rasters. For questions or comments, please join the Facebook group and the Google Plus community of the semi-automatic classification plugin. Thank you for watching.